Alright, this is chapter 8 of my story, The New World Journey, Shanghai. We're going to talk all about that. So, what did I think about Shanghai? I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was huge. So, that's the first thing. 2 days is not enough to travel throughout the whole thing. My three favorite things about Shanghai were the tower, the garden, the U Garden, which was in Old Town, and just hanging out with my friends. I hung out with 4 friends, and we went up to the tower. We went to the Old Town, and we had Indian food. Indian food, I think, is fantastic. It's very simple. It's very humble. It's what we did is we got like 5 different sauces, ate some with some rice and some bread, and we just dipped it out, and it was delicious. Double dipping, all that, no one cared. I mean, we're all pretty polite about it. I really appreciate like how they just included me in that, and I hope I can continue to do that. The tower was long lines, so you don't like long lines if you just wanna. If you're just going up a tower, that's all. That might be all you get. But for me, the coolest thing was definitely standing over the glass floor. You just seeing the entire city over that glass floor was. It was like seeing like it was like flying. It was like being Superman or a superhero. Just seeing the world, just knowing that there's so much more to everything beyond what you can see, beyond the classrooms I teach in or the people I meet, and that's what I think gives me so much strength, honestly, when working on my patience. I'll be honest, I'm not the most patient individual. A lot of people know that, but I'm actually very patient as well. Like, I don't mind waiting. I don't mind just taking just doing nothing, but in moments like that, it's when like people seem to like say like what's wrong with you? Why are you being so lazy? And they don't realize how hard I work on these things. I mean, doing this trip to Shanghai, I just did it on the spot, but preparing for it, paying for the tickets, paying for the hostels, getting there, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and people think that they can just get on things like Airbnb and just like get a cheap hostel and they save like money. That's you don't earn anything by saving money. You still gotta spend like your cash to do it. Really, what the secret to it is, I think, is investing. If you really care about traveling, like I think I care a lot about traveling, you gotta you gotta do more than just like save a few cents. You gotta cut out things like going out in the middle of the night, and invest maybe more time in like getting good sleep, because when you travel you are constantly on the move, and you can't just take a nap on the train. If you take a nap on the train and it just disappears and you just miss the spot, you miss the spot, and not only do you miss the spot, but you miss a spot in a place where you don't understand anything that's written down. I still don't know Chinese, so that's the thing. But that doesn't stop me. That didn't stop me. I had a, and that's the thing. I didn't do a lot in Shanghai. To be honest, it was a very, very simple trip. Very easy. It was a little bit like low key for me, honestly. I would have liked to have done more. I would have liked to have seen more, and that's why if I had to suggest a trip to Shanghai, at least 4 days. 4 days. 2 with people, 2 by yourself. Stay safe, of course. Don't go anywhere dangerous, anywhere that you are not certain about. For me, what's certain is just not going anywhere where it's like just alleyways, like with like corners and stuff. If you're gonna walk through an alleyway, I mean, probably nothing's gonna happen, but just be prepared for like when things are gonna come by and all that. What's another thing? What's the other thing? Money. Yeah, more on money. You gotta spend. You gotta save. You gotta save your money. What I mean by that is don't buy so many drinks. That's the main thing. Drinks are a bit of a ripoff, honestly. If you want to drink so badly, just buy a 6-pack and just drink with your friends. That's the best way. If you really want to enjoy a drink, just buy a beer or something with your meal. I mean, that's what they do in China. That's what I do in China all the time, and I never have any problems with that. The train rides are pretty good. Like they're pretty smooth. I'll be honest. Like there's 2 kinds. There's the slow ones and the fast ones. The fast ones are like a couple dollars more, and the slow ones are like they're cheaper. But the difference in pricing is like 30 RMBs, or like almost like double that. So what are we talking there? We're talking a $10 train ride or a $20 train ride from where I live, which is Nanjing, to Shanghai. I get paid enough to maybe make a trip once a week. I'm coming to the realization that that's actually probably not the good idea. It's not a good idea to travel every single weekend, just do excessive trips like all the time. I got a lot of friends who are into Instagram and all that. Like, I've gotten into it, trying to get into this, but to be honest, like, I just do this for fun. I'm learning more about photography. That's the cool thing. More about voice acting and filming. That's why I like doing this YouTube channel. And on top of that, it feels like I'm coming and I'm making a report, like kind of like it's a job or something. I mean, I hope maybe one day I can do something more professional where I'm actually like traveling all around the world, and I'm helping others, and I'm maybe preventing problems or saving people from problems. That'd be a dream come true. That'd be a dream come true. It really would. And that gets me to the end of Shanghai. I give the trip to Shanghai maybe like 4 stars. No, that's too much. I give it like 3 stars, to be honest. Like, and I'm gonna do that from now on. I'm gonna give it like a star rating, like of either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars. 1 being like I'll never do it again. 2 like I'll try it again. 3 like it was pretty good. 4 it was just like yes, definitely. And then 5 like I want to know more. That's how it is. A 1 star is not a bad thing. The absolute worst thing is a 0. It's just like I don't ever go there again. Like, and I've already done some trips where like I just wouldn't go there again. Like they just have there'll be places where like all you can do is just walk around and just like eat at a restaurant and do stuff like that. And it'll all be based on pricing. It'll be based on convenience. But mainly it'll be based on like worthwhile going. So if it's got a 1 star, definitely do it again. Shanghai was like a 3 star. It was okay. Like, I really liked it. So let me talk a little bit about the YouTube channel, the Facebook posts I make. So the name of this one's Chapter 8, Shanghai, and I like to do this thing called I divided the chapter into 3 parts, and I named them the mind, the body, and the spirit. As a lot of people know, that's like that's like a trinity of balance of the human existence. And something that everyone should know more about is that that's very important to my livelihood. Actually, I've got a tattoo right here that I got in Spain that signifies that. I got it right after college, after I realized that I found like a place that I'm very like comfortable with myself. And as I go further and further, I realize that things will get tougher, things will get more challenging, and there will be things I want to do more than I wanted to do a year ago or just last week. So where am I going with this? I get stretched every day here. I get stretched every day because I'm not used to Asian culture. I'm not used to like just going to the supermarket in general here. I get paid enough that I'm happy with it, and if they paid me more, it wouldn't really change that. But every day I am met with just like different differences. And they're not bad things. They're just that it's just how the Chinese sovereign culture is like. They've been doing it for thousands of years, so they're used to it and they do it. And I'm actually learning a lot about being just more gentle with myself, more relaxed, just not being so freaking intense about everything. And that gets me into mind, body, and spirit. So, the mind. You got to take care of the mind. The mind is it's like your legs. If you lose it, you lose your ability to stand, your ability to do anything. You got to take care of that. And I'm not talking about like mental problems or anything like that. I'm talking about just like just going to work and getting up at a decent time, or and not drinking too much. I'm talking about stuff like that. Like I've never had a problem with drinking, but I remember one night like I went and drank with a whole bunch of friends, and I couldn't get on the subway because they closed it. So we just stayed there the whole night, and then the next day I was exhausted. I was exhausted, and it was Saturday, and I went for a run, and then Sunday I didn't recover, so I paid it on Monday. I just kind of came to work. I wasn't hungover or anything, but I was just like drained about all this stuff. So like so my I'm gonna have to develop my tolerance towards I still have to develop my tolerance towards like the backlash of just like of trying new things and all that. You gotta take care of yourself. That's what I mean by the mind. You can't you gotta take care of it. You can't just assume that you can do whatever you want with anything. And I get a lot of people who they seem very comfortable with themselves, who think they can just do whatever they want. They tell me all the time like, oh, you should be more respectful of this. Oh, you should do this instead. But I'll be honest, like none of that stuff's gonna help me improve how I relate to others. The best thing to do with that is listening, and listening is a skill. It's a technique that everyone's got to master if you want to do anything in life. Because if you can't listen, no one's gonna want you to hear them out. They're just gonna think that you're just in it for your own good. You gotta give a little bit. You gotta give time, and that's all good for the mind. Now for the body, I said it. I meant it. It's not a temple. That's I feel like that's a really arrogant way to look at it. Like that you're like your body is super important. So I like to see it like as a ship. I like or a car or an airplane, because you're always moving around. Now, if you know anything about sailing, you gotta know that you gotta take care of it. You gotta clean a boat. You gotta fix a boat every single day, and it's super expensive. And that's what you do most of the time. You just take care of yourself when you're doing anything in life. Now, as an adventurer, you got to stay in shape. You got to be able to be aware. You're gonna have to run sometimes. I mean, I ran. How many times have I had to run to catch a train? Actually, just yesterday, I was gonna get on a train and go do chapter 9. Chapter 9's gonna have to wait a little bit because, unfortunately, I missed that train because just like circumstances. But I tried running to it, and I missed it. I couldn't get the ticket. I wasn't even at the right station. Why did this all happen? Because someone just someone just didn't read me correctly. I even showed them a ticket. It was a weird thing. Like I showed them that it was in the right station, and I didn't, and they just didn't get me on it. And they didn't get me on it. And then there's the spirit. The spirit is, I think, it's my strongest fortitude. It's my strongest leg of the three, because I think I grew up with a very strong faith. I grew up with a mother who loved me very much. I grew up with a father who disciplined me very well. Put them together, you have a will that is willing to do anything. So what do I do with that? I have to tell myself, you can't do this. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. And I keep telling myself that until the right thing comes by. And when it does, I act. And that's me. That's all me. That's my mind, my body, and my spirit. I think that I've just got a lot of work to do. I still think that this is only chapter 8 of an entire saga, as I call it, the China saga. There's a long way to go. A very long way to go, and I can't wait. Can't wait to share it with you guys. I can't wait to get there. And we'll see. We'll see. Now, a little bit about China. I know I just said some stuff that maybe has got you thinking that China is like beating on me and stuff like that. China is amazing. The people just take care about each other more than themselves. That is their thing. The whole basis of the Chinese culture is to look out for your own. Every single person here is a family man. They go to work, they do the job, they do what they have to, what the rules say to them. They don't care if they do their best. They just care if they do it right. And then they go home so they can be with the people that matter. Their kids, their wife, their boyfriend, their girlfriend. You name it. It's just like anywhere else in the world. So what's the difference? What is the difference between the East and the West? I think in the East, it's a very like it's based on like rhythm. It's just every just being as forthgiving and just like avoiding as many problems as you can, and not getting beaten up if something goes wrong. Just like whatever. I mean, like it doesn't matter, and I love that. I love that. It's very stoic. It's very brave. It's very loving, and I hope that I can bring it back to wherever I end up going next. But first, I got to get through a whole year of teaching English. I love teaching English. I love teaching kids. I think that I would do better teaching upperclassmen. Right now I'm teaching third graders, and the whole point of teaching is it's about them, not you, them. So I guess a few things I got to work on is where I put my eyes, because I know that I'm not looking at the camera, I'm looking down. the other thing I guess is continue to be forward thinking. I mean, that's been so helpful with me. I mean, I'll be honest right now, I'm really tired, I guess. I'm very disappointed that I couldn't get on that train. And I'm also I don't really feel like doing much. Like, to be honest, I just kind of want to relax. But that's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to go out tonight, and I'm going to hang out with my friend Bo. Bo is this like film studies major in a Chinese university in Nanjing. Really good friend. I hope I can maybe bring it in sometime. I think I'm gonna get like a giant bucket of just rum and Coke. That's how they do that here. Like they just give you a giant bucket of rum and Coke, and you just drink it up, and that's enough. That's enough. It's just so. This is chapter 8. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope to make more. Have a good day.